How we doing, guys? This is a questionnaire for Love and Swing. I always do these just to engage with audience members, answer any questions for either the story or just anything else going on. Let's see what we got. Will Nico Pyre be in the same universe as Love and Swing 2? Nico Pyre is going to. I've had it in a lot of stories. It started in Akino. Went into a bunch of other stories. Besides Koniko, there'll be something different. It'll be shocking to a lot of people, probably. Thanks for Tina for the idea. Kind of talked to him about it. What's going to happen is Nico Pyre is going to eventually tie into Love and Swing 2. But there's going to be other chapters, like I'll say, like Akino Part 1 or Akino Part 3, just so we know deeper into like Koniko and Gasper's reaction after the strip clubs and everything else. And Nico Pyre is going to be Nico Pyre and Love and Swing 2 is the only stories where these two actually have a child together. I haven't worked on the development for their child yet, but I will come around. I'm gonna just focus on the dialogue first when it comes around. Show you watched and never picked up again, straight up walk out of the theater. Honestly, I'm not a big movie guy. I'm just not. But the superhero movies, I'm honestly done with it, man. I've been done with it because once they had the Amazing Spider-Man, I'm just gonna. I saw the first one, and that was on like Spike or something. I forgot what, and I did not care for it whatsoever. I just didn't. And then when you go to other things on it, like it's like the Black Panther. Some thought was a racial movement, and then you kill Black Panther and Spider-Man off. I'm sorry. When you think of superheroes, you think Superman, Batman, then I think Spider-Man. How you gonna kill off Spidey? Forget about it. Certain animes though, uh, anime and shows. The show Mom has its moments, but there's sometimes where I just can't deal with it. Let's see. Shinameta, cringe, trash. Sorry. DxD Hero, cancer. You know that. Down in the Franks, more cancer. Tied with bleach, please, over ice. That'd be great. You know. And some people think that my stuff is depressing, like going from bottom pit to rising up to the top. Some people think my stuff is dark. Down in the Franks is downright depressing. Don't give me that. Favorite villains and Ruby villains in general. I actually thought about this question. I've actually there's many, but I've narrowed it down to just three of my favorites. We're going Ratchet and Clank. Up Your Arsenal is one of my favorite video games of all time. Doctor Nefarious. It's this man that eventually turned into a robot, and now because of everything robots suffered over time, he not wants to turn just humans, but he wants to turn all organic life forms into robots as well. That's his genius plan. And the fact that he craves revenge, and not just world domination, domination of a whole galaxy, and a galaxy after that. Just the plot, the evil, it's good. Here's a classic one, The Emperor. The way that he went into disguise under the Jedi Order to kill hundreds and hundreds and basically extinct the whole Jedi race. Come on. That's evil. And this is going to come a shocker to some people because we forget about this, but we're going Jack 2. Jack and Daxter. Baron Praxis. Dictator of Haven City wants to experiment people with using dark eco. For those of you who don't know anything of what I'm talking about, I've been trying to sum it up. Think of something that's like uranium and boiling acid combined. It's in like this dark purpley liquid, and There's actually in the first one, if you jump into a pit of it, you get swallowed up and just die. It really hurts people, and he eventually becomes a monster of the sort. And what really makes him evil is there's this mission where he threatened to kill his own daughter to get his way. He didn't know his daughter was working double agent, mind you, but he threatened to kill her. And anyone who could kill their own child to get their way in combat, I can't begin to describe. Okay, I'm kind of reading off my notes here. Ruby villains. Torchwick was a scapegoat of all this, but he was downright good. He was classic, charismatic, put smoke on it, had pizzazz. He's a bad man that wants money, wants to be the face of it all, wants to get things done right. He wants to hire men. He wants to steal. He'll do anything to get the job done possible. And then when he was captured, he kept his mouth shut and had this giant smirk on his face, waiting for his henchman Neo to bail him out. Salem, we don't know much outside of revenge on Ozpin and domination of Olive Remnant. I do think that she has potential to be a very great villain, although right now we don't know so much. Then here's my thing. This is going to change everything, and if you want to argue this is fine. Cinder just wants to be drunk on power. That's all she wants. And some people are like, oh, she go to the good side, betray Salem. Someone who craves power and only power comes to the good side? Come on. How many times has that worked? No. Just no. It just doesn't work like that. And where if you think she could turn good or not, whether she did not get hurt or if she's still alive after what happened, I don't think there's any point in the storyline where she could have became good, quote unquote good, come from the dark side to the light side. No. But if you really think that these villains are good, I mean, it's just a laugh. And some of you people think that Fairy Tail has crap villains. Let me tell you something. Yeah, some of them become good, but I mean, really? What's Mercury besides an egomaniac shithead teenager? And Emerald a bad girl gone wrong? Cinder has no development besides being drunk on power. Leo is... I know he's supposed to be the cowardly lion, but I mean, you did him no justice. None. Watts and Hazel, there's not enough. Watts is the evil scientist, which I want to know more. And Hazel seems like a stand-up guy, strong, bruiser type, and he wants revenge on his sister. Now, I want to know more into this. Can I say that he's a good or bad villain? I cannot at this moment in time. Adam, once a peaceful man, now a terrorist asshole, and probably abusive to Blake. I really don't know where this is. I really can't comment on Adam. I want to know more. I'm not going to make a simple yes or no on that. Future plans. Trying to fish stuff up. I mean, Nova I did, it seemed like once every 2 weeks or so. And there's sometimes where there's like 1 week I published 3 chapters just because I want to move on and not only just finish some stories because people wanted to know more, but I felt like it was one of those stories that needed to be finished a while ago before I move on. And if I did a chapter every week, I put like 9 chapters, that's over 2 months. And if it was a little more than a week, it'd be more towards, the end of the summer. I feel like everyone deserved to know the true ending on how this was, and I really like how this turned out. Let's see. Konako needs serious work. It's getting to the middle end of the plot. I kind of like where this is going. Restless, I'm going to be. I'm not sure how far I could go with Restless because it's an original of mine. I love it. It has a lot of meaning to me, as my friends as well. Uh, I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna take notes. And for Lindsay, Sammy, Rye, Tina, a couple other friends of mine, I'm gonna do my best to try and give it to you good. What can I say? Let's see. A royal average, gotta go with that. Tailing boundaries, I'm excited to put in work. Some seem skeptical, but I'm ready to prove people wrong. Let's see. Cookwood needs to get the plot thickened. Storming, Kami, and Climate gonna work on. I just released a chapter today. Today's Memorial Day, as you can tell by the shirt. And I gave myself a clean shave. It was like 2 weeks. I actually feel a lot better now. Rye Ray and Voltage. uh, Good time, man. Really. I love these kid couples. It's just cute and awesome. Let's see. Obviously, Stupid Married Issei, Raven, and Reis's husband and the kids. I'm gonna actually. There's gonna be this scene where it involves a dishwasher, and it's gonna be pretty funny. For anyone who wants to be the man of a house, you'll understand. Rosvice, I'm trying to get deep. How to get the romance deeper just because she's so old fashioned. Same thing with Sona. I'm gonna have to really do some serious work on her because everyone's just kind of like, where's the Sona and the Rosvice and Lemons? And I'm like, people told me they keep seeing sheep stories, and by chapter 4 they're already in the bedroom, and I'm like, yeah, ain't gonna do it. But also in plan, I'm gonna be touching up and re-editing my pawn. The same story's gonna be the same. I'm just gonna clean up the dialogue, just for a reader's eyes. How is life treating you? Let's see. On the 16th next month, I'm gonna be 24. I'm gonna be straight with you. My car needs fixing. Ash got into her first car accident. She's shaken up. I honest to God can't believe she's not hurt. There's her car situation, her mom's car situation, myself. It's a lot going on, but on the bright side, I got a solid work schedule. I know I got a solid, I know what I'm expecting at the end of the 2 weeks, things like that. Certain things I gotta just quit slacking on, like I gotta do certain stories, I gotta do skate missions again. There's a lot of challenges to come, but I'm ready for it, and I'm slowly mentally preparing myself. Favorite drink? I don't really drink. Yeah, it's just like, honestly, I really don't like booze just because I gotta stay sober minded. But I'd really prefer like a good tea, honestly, or maybe just like ginger ale to set the mood while I write. But best beer I've ever tasted, Yingling Light on tap. What's the next big story? Uh, well, Love and Swing was originally 5 chapters, and then sure enough, I published the last one. It was 39. It really just goes down to really just the dialogue. There's good dialogue. Sometimes it'll go 20, sometimes it'll go 50. But you don't want it to continually drag, and drag on. And it's sad when it ends, but you don't want to. I try not to put in filler. I got too many stories and too many ideas to put in too much filler. How do I rotate stories? Popularity, feeling, mood. Things have been tragic lately. I'm gonna be doing a Miro chapter. Sorry for everybody waiting, but I've been getting stuck on this one arc I've been trying to do. It's really, really interesting on how it's going on. There's been a lot of bash about the gay, lesbian, transgender community. That's why I started third class. I wanted to do a Tadanashi's story, and I'm just kind of like, how's a guy gonna pilot an IS? And I had this idea, and it just worked. And it's one of my favorites too. A lot of emotion goes into these. Let's see. Also, not only just Miro, but I'm gonna try and see if I could finish Muse and at least do a chapter on origami. I know I've been terrible. Then just kind of going to more stuff. I know Lasagna people have been dying for and such. Soundtracks to write to, and other songs. Any Sonic soundtrack? I recommend Adventure 2 Battle, Heroes, and Generations. Those are my favorites. Jack X Combat Racing. Just some of them have good instrumental rock. Let's see. I'm gonna list a couple more. Kingdom Hearts instrumentals. Usher and Weekend. When you think romance. A couple music videos of Modest Mouse really make you laugh. Uh, really not much I could think of right now. Holy crap! It's gone 16 minutes. I think this is the longest one I've done. Just because I like to get into detail about certain things. A lot of these questions aren't cut and dry, you know? And plus, I've already had a few of these, so you can't just have like one word answers. Final words. And that's literally the last thing in my notes. Hell with the Dream Crushers, alright? Do what you want just as long as it's not harmful to others. I mean, really. Just don't do anything stupid. Do good in school because it teaches good habits. Be creative. Love music and art even though it may not be your taste. And don't forget, and this is something I have trouble a lot. And my girlfriend and her mom tell me this all the time. Smile. Because you have purpose. You have purpose. All of you. Love you guys. See ya.